All right. Second video, take two. So we're going to start the dance now. A couple things before we get started. First of all, I'm going to go very slow, show you every single step along the way. I'll show you the movements first, give you some pointers, and then we'll actually do it in time. And then I'll actually show you from the back, so you'll see this view, so you'll know that when I'm stepping right, you're actually going to step right too. Here, I step right, it looks to you like it's going left. I think you got it. Anyway, so let's get started. The first thing we're going to do is, the song starts, I'm all yours tonight. So we're going to take a step forward. We're actually going to take a step forward. We're going to come down a little bit. At the same time, the hands are coming around. We're going to be saying, I'm all yours. We're pointing forward. And then as we step back, we're going to slide the leg back. The hand comes down, and you grab your belt buckle. So it's just like this. Coming around, we're going to step back and slide, just like that. Real simple. And if you listen to the song, you'll know it's comes out and saying, I'm all yours tonight. So, from the back here, come forward, come down, around, pointing forward, come up, and back. One of the most important parts about dancing is the changing in your elevations. So, you'll notice that I didn't just do this, come back. I'm actually coming down. So, I've changed my height. And when we all do it together, it just gives it more dramatic. So you're actually going to come down, bring it around, and back, and now you're kind of standing tall. Next move, act like you got a big old Texas belt buckle here. You're going to hold that belt buckle with your right hand, this right hand, and with your opposite hand, your left hand, you're going to bring your arm around, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. See, that's actually pretty quick. So you're going to bring it around, and come back, and you're going to hold the belt buckle. You're going to take your other hand, your right hand now, now bring it around, and then grab the belt buckle, okay? Pretty simple. So, it's 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, right? I'm actually going to do it quick enough. So, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Now, remember I told you about the elevation thing. So, what we're going to do here for our elevation is, you're going to kind of bob a little. And I like to take my left knee, and I kind of bob on that, and I'm just kind of moving like this. So, holding the hand, I'm now going 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8. So you don't have to wait till this hand comes completely around and grab your belt buckle before this one can go. And I'll show you why in just a minute, because in the real count of the song is pretty quick. And so what I've tended to do, I've noticed when I've been practicing, is I'm actually going to come around, and when it gets about here, I'm already moving. Because it's really moving fast. It's more like 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8. Okay? So, bring it around, get a little bob going, and coming back around like that. Let me show it to you from this side. So it's 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8. Simple enough. Don't worry about the count. It'll come to you. You'll feel it. Particularly when the music's going, that's when you'll really feel the count. What you need to focus now on is just learning the steps and learning what comes next. And even I struggle with that on this song, and I just choreographed it the other day. So let's start from the top again. Starts at the beginning, coming out, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8. And 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8. Right? Now, the next move, notice my feet have stayed together. The next move, you'll actually hear it go boom. And it's actually in the song. When finish with this 4 count here, and in fact it's really an 8 count, but it's easier to count it as 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, okay? And the actual song, the beat is 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, so it's pretty quick. So anyway, enough of that sidebar. Next move, come around here, got my hand on my belt buckle, I'll finish here. I'm gonna take a step to the right, and as we take the step to the right, I'm gonna take my right hand at the same time, and I'm gonna punch down here. And notice I'm crossed a little bit. I'm not way over here, just crossed here with my right hand. I'm going to take my left hand, make a fist, come off the belt buckle, and I'm going to punch here, okay? So I've gone 1, 2. Now I'll put my foot into it. 1, 2. Take the right hand, you're now going to take it up, and you're going to punch behind you, right there behind your leg. Not way back here, not out here, right behind your leg. So I'll show it here. We're going to go 1, 2, 3, got it? So now you can see it from the back. So 1, 2, 3, and the 4th count, you don't actually punch, you just take your left hand and you turn it. So bam. And at the same time, you can open your fist. So we'll punch you 3 times. 1, 2, 3, 4. The hand just opens and turns. Because what's going to happen now is in the song, it says everything about you makes me high. So we're going to reach to the sky on this part. Our hands are going to come out. We're going to open our hands because we're actually going to come around in a big circle, all the way around like that. We're going to end back on the belt buckle. So I want this hand open. Your fist behind you is going to open. You're going to come around, and I'm going to take my left leg and I'm going to slide at the same time. So my weight is on my right leg. I'm going to come over. I'm going to slide. I'm going to come around, all the way around and in right here. So let me show it to you from the back. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, and 7, and 8. Perfect. Easy enough. Last move, real simple. We're going to put our weight on the back of our heels down here. I hope you can see my feet. So we're holding onto our big cowboy belt buckle, and we're going to take our heels here, and we're going to rock just like this. They just go together. Okay? We're going to do this to 2 4 counts. So we're going to start to the right. I know right now it goes to my left. That's okay. I'll give it to you from the other direction. So it's 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8. Remember I talked to you about the elevations. So what you're going to do on the elevations here is you're just going to kind of rock your shoulders with it and just kind of bounce a little. So it's 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8. Because you can't really go up and down a lot, but you can mimic the movement of your shoulders. So my circle here is 1 and 2. Oh, sorry. So it's 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8. And you can bounce a little bit. If you bounce too much, you're going to lose your balance because your weight is on the ball of your foot here. So one last time, I'll show it to you from the back. We're going to start to the right. So it's 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8. And that ends the first progression. So we started, just a quick recap, do it one last time, and then I'll put it to music for you. So I'm going to come around here, pointing forward. Notice my legs out, I'm bent down, my elevation, bring it in, grab the belt buckle. I've got my little rock here, the left hand, I'm holding my belt buckle, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8, okay? And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right. So now let's put it to music. I'm going to stop the tape and next video we'll have it to music.